Hello guys, hope you are doing well. Oh, it's been a long time. Alright, so now we're starting again. Well, I was on holiday this summer and was thinking about how many fragrances were launching all through summer. And I was looking at July new fragrances and wanted to do some kind of a review of what is going on with the perfumery, what are the new stuffs, and I failed not doing it enough faster, so I tried it with August, and let me tell you, the month of August was so full of new fragrances, I was shocked. First new fragrance is the Prada one, the Paradox, so was really surprised about a new fragrance from Prada and I think it's awesome. I love Prada fragrances. Paradox Prada, so Prada is L'Oréal now. I had the opportunity of smelling it in a store and I was really surprised because you know Prada perfumes, they often have an iris touch. It's always really smooth, really chic and really luxurious. This one is really good for a mass market, so this is, I think, the aim of the fragrance. The top note is really fruity, but on the middle notes and bottom notes it reminds me a lot of Jean-Paul Gaultier perfumes, which is really sensual, feminine and all. So I think we kind of lost the touch of the Prada fragrances being really fresh and irisy, but this one is nice. I really love the packaging. I think it's a really smart idea to bring back the triangular shape. Okay, so new launch. This one was really surprising to me. So Kate Moss, the beautiful model from the UK, have launched her own brand. The brand is called Cosmos and it's all about mystical senses, to be more in harmony with yourselves. And she launched a fragrance which is never seen before. It's a fragrance for the skin but also for the house, and they thought about the fragrance to be more on the essential oil and to be a mood booster. So this is kind of surprising, and what I thought at the first place is, what is it going to smell? So from the description I can see that it's going to be really citrusy with bergamot, orange blossom and lemon. And the heart, which I'm really mixed because I don't understand what it is going to be on the skin, because it's geranium, tuberose and jasmine. So these three flowers are really strong and have really different facets, which I don't see themselves mixed together, but I don't know, we will see. I don't know, I have to smell it to understand. Alright, so for the third perfume we have a new Maison Francis Kurkdjian fragrance. It's the 724, which I'm really interested in because it's been a long time since we haven't had a launch from Maison Francis Kurkdjian. They describe it to be a really musky scent, a really comforting scent that you can wear every day to feel more comfortable. So I haven't smelled it, but yeah, Maison Francis Kurkdjian, you never know what you're going to get, but it's always nice. So yes, really interested about this one. Okay, so a new fragrance too from Boy Smells, the brand who was known for their candles, is launching a new fragrance in the month of September. I think it's not already released. So it's called Woodforia, and I can see, yes, really interesting. The top notes and the middle notes seems to be really fig cards. Like you have coconut. Coconut really goes well with figs to have like a milky note. So it's going to be really warm, really nice and comforting. And the heart notes are really going to be floral, but like a really warm floral. And the bottom note really musky and embroxant to have really something staying on the skin. So this seems to be really nice. I'm really interested. It seems like it has like a glossier vibes with a fig note. So yeah, really interested about this one, though it's not available in France, so kind of sad about that. But yeah, it seems to be really nice. Next we have a new Zoologist perfume. I have seen this pass on on Instagram because the packaging was so crazy, like really yellow, vibrant, and it's called Cockatiel. And yes, it seems to be like a really fruity fragrance, but really surprising too. The animal that you find to be really representative of this fragrance, because you know zoologist always chooses to represent an animal, different species, to be like the main character of the fragrance. Here it's a bird. Well, I don't know how you say it in English, like but though, like in the top notes you find champagne, berries, like it seems to be really sour, bubbly and fun. And in the heart it seems to be like mimosa, and in the bottom notes like really soft woods. So yeah, really interesting about this one. But though I didn't know it was that expensive. It's 175 euros for bottles, which is 60 milliliters. Yeah, I didn't know that Zoologist was so expensive. So yes, that's kind of the negative part. We were talking about big prices, but now we're going to go really lower. There's a new fragrance in the whole launch of Cristiano Ronaldo fragrances. So if you're a fan of football, this will maybe interest you. I didn't even know Cristiano Ronaldo had fragrances. So this is the new one. I have looked at the olfactive pyramid. It seems to be really a classic scent, really similar to Bleu de Chanel or Invictus, all those manly fragrances, like really woody, and seems to be a really fougère one too. Okay, now we were talking about Symrise, now we are going to talk about IFF. So, new launch for Jo Malone. So Jo Malone, it's Estée Lauder. So we have a new collection of, I think it's four new fragrances, all made by Anne Filippo and Delphine Lebeau. Delphine Lebeau is oftenly working on Jo Malone fragrances, so it's nice to see her staying at this seat because it suits her really well, I think. And this is a new collection, so we have Crystal Campion, Forest Moss, Salt Amber and Aqua Lemon. So it's a really juicy and watery collection. They also kept the sea salt and sage, I think, but it's not a new fragrance, so it's just adding to this part of the collection from Jo Malone. Ex Nihilo also developed a new fragrance, which I have seen on Instagram, talked by, I think it's Clémence Fragrance, but the description of this influencer seemed to be really cool, really musky. I wanted to know a bit more. So this new fragrance is called In Paradise Riviera. It was developed by Louis Turner, who is working with Givaudan. So the description is of woody, floral and also a bit musky. So it's nothing you can hate, it's always working. Haven't smelled it. I'm really bad with Ex Nihilo, never tried all their fragrances, so I don't know. If you have smelled it, please tell me how it is on the skin, because I'm really interested about it. We have a new launch from Alice Brooklyn. So this brand is really working well on the internet. You can see it everywhere, especially with the salt one. We have this new fragrance which was created by Mad Marketing, which is working in IFF. It's called Vanilla Milk, so the name tells you everything about it. It seems to be like a really warm gourmand perfume with like some caramel notes and a milky effect also on the skin. So yes, I think you can't go wrong with those types of scents. How to forget this one? It was all over Instagram, the new Hermès fragrance, which is called, I'm not going to mistake this, Violet Volinka. Haven't tried it, but I think it's like the classic irisy scent, leathery iris. This you can go wrong with it, but let me tell you the price. I think that's the only thing that will get people upset. Yes, it's Hermès, but I think for a classic leathery iris fragrance, maybe you can try to find a dupe somewhere else. Well, but I don't know. Haven't tried it on the skin, so I can tell you, maybe it's the craziest perfume ever, I don't know. We have the Zero from Comme des Garçons, also a new launch from IFF. It was developed by Fanny Ball. Fanny Ball is oftenly working with Comme des Garçons. I think she did the Eau de Châtelet, which was amazing, I really loved it. So this is the new fragrance. So for this one I smelled it. I think it's really similar to Eau de Châtelet because you have the same effect of rose oxide, which is a bit peppery and fresh and also fruity. But this one is less metallic, and I think you had more aggressiveness in the Eau de Châtelet than you have here. Here it's more subtle and more musky, and it's really nice on the skin. I just remembered I forgot one fragrance. I was like doing the outro of the video. I remember there is one fragrance which I forgot, and it's the 106 from Bon Parfumeur. So I'm really surprised about this one because they tried to do something about the metaverse. So if you go on the metaverse, they created a game where if you can find the bottle of the fragrance, you can win. I think it's 1 year of fragrance, 1 year of free fragrances. I don't remember, but I think it was really cool to see this, and the visuals were really nice. So this new launch is really exciting because I love this brand. I think it's a really cool brand. This one is really rosy, but also the heart is really Davana. So Davana is like having a really licorice scent. So what I'm seeing from the description, I think it's a lot of a Dubai rose, like a really nice and voluptuous rose and gourmand rose. So I think it's going to be a lot about that, and maybe a musky bottom note, so really nice on the skin. And to finish with the last launch, I wanted to talk about it later, but the launch was just announced, so yes, I was too excited, I wanted to talk about. We have a new launch from État Libre d'Orange, which is called Frustration, and I'm really excited about it because I think that the name Frustration goes back to the first launches that État Libre d'Orange made in the past with Dangerous Complicity, Putain des Palaces. You are staying in the same vibes that we have known from État Libre d'Orange when they first launched. So I'm really excited about it. Alright, so that is it for all the August launches. I hope I haven't forgot any, but I will try to keep these types of video going because I think there is so many launches. It's hard, I think, to keep the track of what is new. So yes, have a good one and see you soon.